Today, we are back in the second episode of our Python and AutoCAD series. In the last episode, we laid the groundwork for interacting with AutoCAD through Python, exploring the basics from importing necessary modules to displaying messages within AutoCAD. Today, we will see how to access the AutoCAD model space, set reference points, and generate drawings with loops. Exciting, right? Before we start the work, if you haven't watched the first episode, I would recommend checking it out to get a full grasp of the context. Now let's get started with today's content. Starting with the line acad.model, this line references the model space of the AutoCAD document. Think of the model space as the primary drawing workspace in AutoCAD, where the actual design is made. Every AutoCAD instance has a model space, right? P1 equal a point 0, 0. Here, a new point P1 is created using the a point class. In this line, it represents a point in AutoCAD environment. The point will have coordinates, which is 0, 0, which is relative to the origin of the drawing space. P2, same thing, same definition, but for another point P2, and the coordinates are different. Now the x is 50 and the y is 25. Now here is the most interesting part. Here the actual drawing work. For I in range 5, we start a for loop here. The first line, this begins a loop that iterates 5 times, and everything indented under this for statement will be repeated in each iteration, and it is typically used to allow us to draw multiple shapes, for example, with similar characteristics. Text equal acad.model.addText looks complex, but in reality very simple. ACAD, this is an AutoCAD instance, and the dot model, the dot used here to allow us access the model attribute of the drawing, i.e. we are now in the model space of AutoCAD. Then we call a method or a function inside the model space, which is in this case addText. It's similar to drawing text in AutoCAD. You would type text, enter, define the insertion point first, where you want the point or the text positioned, then the text height, then the orientation, and lastly, the text content, for example, the word circle. Same in Python. We get AutoCAD, then the model space, then call addText function, and now the input order is a bit changed in Python. So you start with the text content, in this case, circle, then the value of the variable I, then define the insertion point, see, very similar, and last, the text height 2.5. Don't worry if you don't know what is the percentage sign doing in this line. We can cover this in a more detailed video. What I want you to know now that the I value is changing in every iteration. So it will start with the value 0, the next iteration it will be 1, then 2, 3, and 4. And in the text, it will read circle 0, circle 1, circle 2, and so on until circle 4. acad.model.addLine P1, P2. This draws a line in the model space of AutoCAD. The line starts from P1 and extends to P2. Again, imagine you are in AutoCAD. You would access the model space first, then call the line command, and then define a starting point to start the line, and then second point to end it. acad.model.addCircle P1, 10. Again, similar thing, but now the function is circle, and in order to draw a circle, you need a center point and a radius. In this case, it's 10 drawing units. The showcase in AutoCAD is calling circle command and defining the circle's center point and then the radius. Pretty similar, right? P1 dot y plus equal 30. This line modifies the y coordinates of the point P1 and it will shift it upwards by 30 drawing units. This ensures that in the next iteration of the loop, the new set of drawings, which will be the text, the line, the circle, are positioned 30 units above the previous set, preventing overlap. Let's run the code and see that in practice. Now, let me remove the last line to see what will happen. See, there will be clashes of circles because of proximity of the center points. That's why we needed the increment value of 30 to be added every time to the y coordinate. This code is a basic demonstration of automating the drawing process in AutoCAD using Python. Before I finish, I will leave you with two things. First, the code in the description so you can practice. And second, the best advice I ever could give. Get to try yourself. Because good practice makes perfect. Remember, if there are any topics or codes you would like me to cover in the future, drop a comment down below. And that's it for today. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more. See you in the next one.